Good afternoon, Nigerians. Good afternoon to our viewers out there. You are welcome to Politics Now on ObiDatti TV. Okay, thanks very much for staying tuned. Thanks very much for coming in. As we shall be talking about ObiDatti and the Labour Party campaign come this 2023. Wow. We are saying greetings to everyone joining us on Zoom and greetings to our viewers at the same time. Greetings to each and every one of you dropping your comment, and do not forget to share this content. Drop your comment, and at the same time try following ObiDatti TV. Well, today we shall be discussing grassroots mobilization of Labour Party in 2023 election. And do not forget that my name still remains Ndubisi Trust. You're welcome back, beautiful people. Like we said initially, we are talking about the grassroots mobilization of Labour Party in this 2023 election. And I have in the house with me here honorable members, and the first person with me is the chairman of Labour Party. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
You're welcome. As you can see, your name is Honorable Eme Ugochukwu, okay? Nanyolugu. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with me in the house is also the two-time commissioner of Information, Diaspora and Tourism. Am I correct? You're welcome.
Yes.
And his name is Mr. Joe Martins, or let me that word, Honorable Joe Martins, who's of DK Udo. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. At the same time, welcome each and every one of you on Zoom, and let's not forget to say greetings to Honorable Annie, Honorable Uche Okonkwo, joining us this morning from Zoom. At the same time, saying a very big thanks to PO himself, Peter Obi, wherever he is at this moment in time, because he said a moment from now he also will be joining us on this beautiful segment where we shall be talking about the grassroots mobilization. At the same time, talking about the rally coming up on the 10th of January this month. Well, my team was together with you people yesterday when you had the coordinators meeting at the office, at the campaign office, Anambra, Udoka Estate to be precise, in Oka capital. Let me bring down to you, Chairman. I mean, what can you tell us about the meeting that was held yesterday? How far did it go?
Thank you. It was a successful meeting. We called all the support groups in Anambra State who are supporting us to interact with them and sensitize them on the rally coming up 10th.
Well, I equally saw Peter Obi, taking some shots with the ObiDatti Family TV. Yesterday I was impressed, and that shows that the meeting was indeed a wonderful one. And the TV station also did well to do some of the coverage yesterday. DG, what can you tell us more about it?
Well, just like I said in one forum this morning, it replicates the man, Peter Obi himself. I can assure you that we didn't even know he was coming.
Wow.
I had the privilege of having a chat with him a night before.
Wow.
And he asked me where I would be between 9 and 10.
Oh, correct.
And I told him that we're supposed to kickstart a meeting with support groups at the campaign office for 10 o'clock. But I was surprised when I was coming at about 9:30. Somebody called me and said, His Excellency Peter Obi is in the office. And I said, wow, what for?
Awesome.
And I came there, and like you said, I saw him taking photograph, personalized photograph with every member that appeared there, not even a group photograph, you know. Every member that were there as early as he came, he had the privilege or the indulgence of granting them opportunity of having personalized photographs with every one of them. So I was shocked. So he was in the meeting before us. He didn't actually come for the meeting, but he said he was on his way to 1, 2, 3, 4 funerals, and he decided to stop by the office and say hello to people who are working there. Wow. And luckily he met a campaign team, and he had a personal chat, took their details, had their conversations with them, and that really gave me a sense of fulfillment.
And that shows that things are really going on well, just like the expected.
Of course, of course.
Well, I'm getting down to the business of the day and the reason why we are here. You know, we are in full preparation of the campaign, if I must say. And that's the reason why you're also here, the Director General of the Campaign Council, and equally the Chairman of the Labour Party Anambra State Chapter. You know, if we are to take back our memory, okay, to when Peter Obi, you know, was the governor of Anambra State, there are a lot of things he did coming to road construction, hospitality, education, and there are a whole lot of things, okay. I mean, if he should emerge, okay, as the president of Nigeria, you know, what kind of economy do you think your own principal right now, you know, would want for Nigerians? I think I'm coming to you this time around, Chairman.
What?
I can't hear you. Yeah, the question I threw up, referring back, or taking myself back to when Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State.
Yes.
There are a whole lot of things he achieved.
Yeah.
Coming down to the road networks, hospitality, the interest he had in education, and what have you. If in any way he emerges as the president of Nigeria, you know, what kind of economy do you think he will want to wish for Nigerians? Coming to you, Chairman.
Thank you very much. You know, Peter Obi is an economist, practical economist. What he did in Anambra State when he was the governor, I know he's going to replicate it in Nigeria. I suppose he will now run mixed economy in Nigeria. Mixed economy. Combination of free market economy and command economy. I think that is what he is going to run in Anambra, in Nigeria. And then trying to cut the cost of governance in Nigeria to get more money for social amenities. How's that?
Okay, that's a good one. And I think coming down to you, Director General, because this time around we should be talking about campaign. Now, after you've done, you know, a lot of work, put in much effort, you know, to this, and after the end of everything, successfully, he emerges as the president. You and I know that Peter Obi is from the Southeast, but he said, don't vote for me because I'm from the Southeast. Do not vote for me because I'm a liberal man or a trader or whatsoever. So if he should take this position, who do you think will benefit more from his position?
Well, Peter doesn't deal with people. In fact, when he came into Anambra State as a governor, he told all the political elites, the elite club, that politics is not a business. Politics is only a hobby, a way of service. So most of the practicing politicians were retired in terms, because politicians equate themselves with being contractors at the same time and being Mr. Know-it-all at the same time. So the people who are going to benefit from Peter Obi's governance are the people who have elected him, especially the downtrodden. Because irrespective of where you come from, the class you belong, he has a level playing ground for everyone. I remember in his first tenure, you know, when he came into office, people come to government house for a function, he serves them personally, gives them plates and spoons to go and take their food, and sometimes he dishes food to them for a person who desires. So he has, it's going to be a classless, you know, approach to governance, and he's going to do it. And he's one man that I know has a very strong heart. He's soft in nature, but very strong heart. Once he's determined that something is best, and he looks at it and is good for the people, he will maneuver his way to make sure it is done. irrespective of whatever.
What about those people this time around?
Yes.
Who did not vote in for Peter Obi? Do you really think they themselves...
They become the first beneficiaries.
Oh, really?
I'm just telling you. Because he has always a philosophy which is contained in the biblical words that when you have 1,000 sheep and one goes missing, that one is more important than... So when he wins, it is presumed that the majority has voted for him.
Oh, really?
But those ones who have not voted for him, he will try as much as possible to pacify them, to see what they will gain in his rulership. So we go out looking for them. That's
awesome.
Yep.
Chairman, when we talk about grassroots mobilization, what comes straight to your mind?
It is the duty of the party and the campaign organization to go all out to mobilize the people, the general public, not class for now. We are now going into the wards, families, kindreds, to mobilize people that will vote for him, and those people are the people that will benefit more in his government.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then coming down to the youth, in terms of grassroots mobilization, how have you been able to carry them along, DG?
Well, they are carrying us. This is their project. This is their future. I used to tell them, during our days as youth leaders, we had tremendous opportunities. I got up to being the national vice president of NANS, which was the National Association of Nigerian Students. Awesome. And it might interest you that if you have heard about Alemos Go, I was the person who declared it. Wow. Yinka Okewo was the national president, but he was away out of the country, and we had to declare a strike. And what was the strike all about? We perceived that we were being tortured when our food was increased from 50 kobo to 1 naira a meal in the university in 1978. Our normal meal was 50 kobo a meal. Okay. You pay 50 kobo, you eat. You go to the ref and choose anything of your choice and eat. It is not rationed food. Okay, you have a choice of chicken, beef, and whatever on the corridors in the universities. But today our children don't know about eating in the university anymore. A lot of people lost sense of eating in the university some 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
But before you own a university or before you establish a university, there must be a cafeteria where people go and eat, and they pay minimally, and government subsidizes their food so that with a sound health you approach your education. But today our children go to classes because they could not wake up to cook and eat before going there, or the mama put person hasn't come to give them food. So this is what our youths are missing today. And that is why we that are old are trying to impress on them, support them to go and take back Nigeria, whereby all these amenities will be for them. I can tell you, take it to the bank. In 1979, when I was about graduating in my second degree, I had job opportunities for 6 companies, including Navy and the Nigerian Air Force. I had employment letters. I had 6. And people were asking me, which one will you go? And in the same way, I was asking my next neighbor, where are you going to work? He will tell you he hasn't made up his mind because he had the employment slips on his hands. Today, people have graduated for over 10 years, 20 years, they haven't gotten a job. They are driving keke, they are driving this. So Nigeria has changed. We're not moving forward, we're moving backward. And that's why we are encouraging our youth to come over and take over Nigeria, because Peter Obi, for example, was about the last set of people who benefited from this like this I'm talking about. He was in the university in 1984 and maybe through to 1989. And after them, the issue of cooking in the universities, everything started collapsing in the system. Wow. So we are now trying to encourage our youth to queue into it and bring back the country for themselves.
That is good. You know, good leadership and quality representation have been what Nigerians are clamoring for, isn't it, Chairman?
Yes.
And now we want to give them hope that Obi and Datti Baba is really going to do something.
Yes.
But what hope do you think Peter Obi and Datti Baba should be giving to Nigerians come the 2023 election?
Transparency.
Okay.
I know Peter. The much I know him, he will give Nigerians transparent governance. He will make sure that there is no corruption. He has a heart to fight corruption and cut down the cost of governance so that we will have money to spend in other things. Because the problem of Nigeria is cost of governance.
Cost of governance.
Cost of governance. If you see the amount of money being spent on senators and the House of Reps, House of Assemblies, you now know that if something is not done to curtail some of these things, by the next few years, Nigeria will collapse. So I know that what he did in Anambra State, when he came in as governor, he cut down the governance of the cost of governance in Anambra State, and that was why he was able to save a lot of money he left for his for the incoming government after him. So I know he will show Nigerians what it means to be transparent in everything you are doing concerning governance. I know he will do it.
Okay. You know, someone came up with an issue saying that it's like Obi is centering more on the north when it comes to visiting campaigns, rallies. You know, he focused more on them. Maybe because he's having Datti Baba with him. Do you want to bring any facts from that?
You say he's focusing
more on the north.
Well, the South is his zone. They know him. He's now trying to sell himself to people who don't know him. Okay. And just to key into what my brother here has said, in terms of cutting costs.
You know, we're just trying to clear that.
Yes. You know, I served at him as a commissioner. Okay. I was commissioner under him. And I can confidently tell you that what we saw was magic. You know, the budgets of ministries are made by civil servants, and that's where they benefit, that's where they inflate costs and so on. But you'll be surprised that when you, as a commissioner, sends a memo to Peter Obi, and assuming the memo is 130 million, for example, your budget proposal, you will find him making justification on that paper, bringing it down to almost 40 million. And he will tell you, I have seen fridge, you wrote fridge. Yes, there are fridges that are sold for 20 million, but the one you are looking for is the one you use in the office. Or are you going to sell things with it? You say, no, it's the one I use. Say the office fridge, which you will use, is 3,000 instead of 20,000, because ordinarily you find fridges that are sold for 20,000. The same way you will see a red big crossing out and putting the actual cost, and by the time he brings the total from 130 million, you will see 30 million. So that's the man for you. And for Nigerians, I want to assure them that the man they are seeing is a different breed. He has only 2 children. I wonder whether Nigerians know. He has only 2 children, 1 boy, 1 girl. Okay? So, and these 2 children are all adults now, with the quantum of things Peter has. Who will he, can he go there to accumulate wealth? Can he go there? He's coming there to purely to serve. Because the people he will be thinking for have already talked for themselves.
And that was why he said, employ me to come and work.
Yes, so it's just beautiful coming to serve Nigerians. So it's different from people who have 7 wives and from their children, they are uncountable. Some don't even know their children, the number of children they have, whom they will cater for and whom they will think about, and who will distract them. But this man is like a priest who has no child, because the 2 he has have freed and have gone parted their ways, married, and so on.
And then the Nigerians are his children now.
Of course. So
the poor masses.
Yes, he's coming to serve them. So these things are instrumental to the character and the idiosyncrasy of the person they want to look at.
You know, P.O. said something, let us dismantle this structure and erect our own.
Of course.
What do you think he meant?
He said the same thing. It is a structure of people who accumulate friends, and he's my friend. He's my, I served him and whatever. But you can't think that in the past couple of months I've not even said hello to him until I saw him yesterday. So he has no permanent attaché to people, those structure, because when you go with your baggages. Baggages include human baggages, beggars, contractors, stealers. He's an independent person who will look at Nigeria, give it the value it deserves. I can assure you, take it to the bank, that my friend Muhammadu Buhari reached no memo today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You said that without conviction.
There are people who stays around to read it for him, make recommendations, and he will find it in Peter's administration. He will get your memo, he can afford not to sleep for 2 days unless he goes through every memo that will come into the ESCO.
Yeah, and that reminds me, because I heard Tinubu say something that I have stayed away from social media.
Yes.
I don't read it any longer, so as to avoid hypertension. You know, I get my people to read it for me, my family members or workers or what have you. And you're sure same thing is not applicable to PO?
It can't, because you see, he's getting it wrong. My brother Stanbic was getting it wrong. You see, when you are looking at a message, you must look at the messenger too, and marry both of them.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. The message must be tally. If a madman comes and says, God bless you know that he doesn't mean it, because he doesn't know, as a mad person, he doesn't understand whom the concept of God anymore.
Sure.
Are you with me? So if someone says, God bless you, and is a clergyman saying God, you will take it that he has contextualized, he's brought down God and is blessing you. But if a madman says, God bless you, you will take it as it's part of his madness. He's using the name God to. So Peter is one person who he will delegate functions, but he will have a first-hand knowledge and an in-depth study of that subject matter before he comes to the ESCO. So when you're talking, he will ask you, what is this? What is that? Do you consider this? Do you consider that? Is a participatory ESCO, which he ran during the registration and is still going on. So you're going to meet a different ballgame altogether.
Okay, thank you very much. And I think we have Honorable Uche Okonkwo on Zoom this morning as he has joined us. Honorable Uche, you're welcome this morning. You're equally welcome this afternoon, because the reason why we're using morning and afternoon is we don't know where you're watching us from, and we don't know the time frame at which you are. So you're wonderfully welcome this morning. I think very soon we shall be getting on to you. But before then, Chairman, you are the State Labour Party, isn't it? Good. And under your party, we have some people vying for other positions, like coming on for House of Assembly, House of Rep, talking about the Green Chambers, senators, and what have you. Are you sure it has been easy for you to carry these ones along?
It has not been so easy. But the fact is that we are carrying all of them along.
Oh, really? And how have you been doing this?
We synergized all of them. You know, we don't have governorship candidates.
Okay.
We have senators, House of Rep and House of Assembly. All of them are running the campaign. The senator is carrying all the House of Rep and House of Assembly candidates along with him. So we are not demarcating the campaign. All of them are running on the Labour Party. And it is not their own personal campaign. It is the Labour Party campaign.
So, and you're trying to say you guys, put up a joint effort?
Joint effort. And that is what we want to do. We want all of them to win.
Okay.
That's that.
Wow. Well, for the viewers out there, just take note and remember that PO is also watching us live, though you might not see him on screen, because he's merging two activities together, serving us and also serving other ones in other states. So it's not really easy for him, though. It's just a race of success. I think I need to get down to Honorable Uche Okonkwo, because he is also contending for the position of House of Rep, representing Idemili North and South, if I am not mistaken.
All right.
Honorable Uche Okonkwo, good morning to you. You're welcome. Yeah, we're pretty good here. And how are you over there? Okay, the state chairman is greeting. Yeah, Peter Obi. Chief Joe Martin is saying greetings too.
Tell him greetings too.
Here, and also the DG of the campaign council is also here. And we also have some other viewers out there and those who join us on the Zoom this morning, this afternoon, okay, to talk about good things that is about to happen to we Nigerians, because Nigerians are clamoring for change. We need change. We need a better life. And as I'm talking to you, for the 8 days left to the campaign, Nigerians are in full expectation. Now, coming down to you, Uche Okonkwo, okay, based on what you are vying for, we know you to be a young, vibrant man who has dedicated himself into humanitarian services, okay, most especially when it comes to your personal issues, bringing in Labour Party issues into this. You know, how do you think, or how far have you gone when it comes to your own grassroots mobilization? Now talking to your people in the Dembele North and South, Anambra State to be precise. Let's hear from you. Mm. 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 Mm.
We have gone far into sensitizing those within the grassroots, letting them know more about us, letting them know more about the country, letting them know more about Peter Obi, letting them know more about the Labour Party and its manifesto and what it stands. You know, a lot of people don't understand that the Labour Party has come as a major blessing, you know, to Nigeria. But we in our end or the Dembele North and South, we fully understand that, and we see it manifested on a daily basis. Anywhere we go around and we decide to talk to people, you know, from the marketplaces to the town squares, we always mention about the fact that we are the disciples of Peter Obi, we are the Obidients, you know, we are those that are fully imbibing what the mantra of Labour Party stands for, which is equity and justice. You know, so we see that they accept it fully. So the party is fully accepted. The people fully accept the party within the grassroots, within the rural area, within the most minuscule communities that are within communities. You know, it's all accepted all around. So I thank God for this opportunity because a lot of things, you know, man can do there, but at the end of the day, God is the one that would also make the final say. So God has been able to bring it upon people to say, look, open your mind to new beginnings, open your mind to redemption, open your mind to the fact that this party has come to resurrect, you know, the downtroddenness that has occurred over in our constituency over the years ongoing.
Thank you very much. Your chairman said something that you guys have been united in this race. Okay, how sure are you that you guys have been united in this race? In this race, so to say.
Of course, you know, well.
Mm. 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 Okay. Okay. Okay.
Or those that are serving, and the
Okay, thank you very much. As you can see, the DG is here, and I always refer to you. DG, let's not forget the person of Ohamadike Ndibo. We are talking about Senator Victor Ume. What effort do you think Senator Victor Ume has been put into this?
Well, I must give you a background that before the emergence of Labour Party in this disposition, we are one group, the group of us and His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. We're one group that we are seen as being at opposite camp with Victor. Okay? But I must also tell you that I personally, using my fatherly and I was the person who insisted that there must be an alliance, a come together of Mr. Peter Obi and Victor Ume, that both teams will give Nigeria what Nigeria wants. So I insisted. When he left APGA, I had to get His Excellency to call him on the phone. And he called him. And that is where we are today. Both of them come from almost the same, they are from the same senatorial zone. They are next door neighbors in terms of, listen, and I know that both of them, like they started APGA and brought APGA to what it was, that a reunion of both of them will give Nigeria a tremendous strength, especially the people of Anambra State. So I was one of those who went and begged him. I begged him to come in. As he came in, he's one man you can rely on any day, any time. His intellect is superb. His arguments are, I mean, you can't equate it. So he is a plus, very big plus. And we have fought him in the past. Not minding all these we know, because in politics you don't say very good about your opponent. But now that we are together, we want to appreciate him. And we're also appreciating him for all the tremendous inputs he has made in this campaign.
Thank you very much. We know Valentine Chinedu Ozigbo, formerly to be a member of the PDP. I can even tell you personally, I met with him then. And people want you to clear the air. And all of a sudden, they saw Valentine Chinedu Ozigbo working in accord with Peter Obi. What can you tell the people about that?
I mean, he saw realities. He's a young man who has a future, who has everything. And he also is one man who believes, any person from Anambra State ought to believe in the integrity of Peter Obi. And you see, I am happy today that I move around. I will not be seen with, throughout my stay or throughout our stay in government, none of the commissioners moved with a policeman. We had no police orderly. We go our ways, we drive our cars, we do our things ourselves, emulating it from the man, Peter Obi. So the same thing is resonating up till now. You know, Val Ozigbo, we supported him. I was one of the first, the people in the vanguard for his election as governor. He almost won the election, but for the last minute, something that happened. But not minding that, he left where the comfort zone of permanently remaining PDP and a big party in quotes, he had to remember that here is a mentor whom he wanted to emulate, in his quest to be a governor. So he felt that that's wanting to belong to him has to be done now. And that's why he left the comfort zone, left everything in PDP to come and join him. And we praise him for that.
Thank you very much. Matters still arising when it comes to the issue of Labour Party and Obi plus Datti. Because here we are talking about Anambra State, to be precise. Message or signaling, to the people or to Nigerians, as I can tell you. Let me ask you a question. Honorable Uche Okonkwo, we know you to be formerly in a party called SDP, so if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
And all of a sudden, we also saw you in a Labour Party. Does it really mean the experience you're having now it's more benefiting you than the one you had then in your ex-party? Let's hear from you.
Thank you very much for that question. This question has been asked by some other colleagues of mine. How does it fare from the Labour Party, from the NDP to Labour Party? And the truth be told, that Labour Party has accepted And without defined mandates, you can tell that things, should I say, are easier in a way. But also, there are challenges, just like my leader mentioned earlier on, that when you go from a big party to a small party, or a small party to a big party, you will experience a little bit of challenges. You get to feel a different terrain on things. But nonetheless, the acceptance, that is what makes it worth it, you understand? Has this party been accepted by the people? Yes. Has the candidate been accepted by the people? Yes. Has the performance of the candidate, credited by the people? Yes. So if you have all those checks, in your favor, you cannot really say that there is difficulty in the party that you're
okay.
You understand? Okay. So politics will always be politics. There will always be some challenges. You understand? There's always a lot more to be done. There's always a lot more development to be done. But in terms of making things easier, fine. And I'm saying this not for all of those out there that are listening, but that want to come and join the Labour Party. Please, by all means, be encouraged to come. Register as a member. Come yourself, you understand? Get your card signed by the ward chairman, and the ward chairman are also in unison, to with what we're doing as well, and they are very much eager to work and be encouraged. You understand? Because we need people. It is people that build a party. You understand? It is not just in one person. We need people from other areas. You understand? So we encourage those that from other areas. The good one, hopefully, you understand, but nonetheless, we're not closing our doors.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. That means to round it up all, Labour Party is more preferable for you than your ex-party, isn't it? Yes. yes. Thank you very much for the inputs you made. Well, that reminds me, this is an opportunity to tell every Nigerians out there to go out and get your voters card. Remember that voting is your right and do not sell it. No, don't do that. Vote for the right candidate and then you hold on to your future. Coming down to you, Director General, there is an issue trending right about now of Obasanjo endorsing Peter Obi. Yes, we know Peter Obi has done tremendously well. He has visited, a lot of people. And we also know that a lot of people also visit Obasanjo himself. I'm talking about the ex-president of Nigeria. But inside you, or deep inside you, what do you think that has propelled Obasanjo to have gone that far by endorsing Peter Obi?
Well, he said it all himself. He gave all the reasons. Said more amongst. He said, he analyzed the attributes of Peter Obi, and the most important being that he has a listening ear.
Okay.
When he talked about the threat, it means he's talking about communication, and that's the most important quality. Others, like Clark, have echoed it in analyzing that he's humble, he's this, he's that. He has dealt with the man. This is a man who was ranked #1 in several spheres, education. We came from 26 in WAEC and NECO, 26 position out of 36. It means we are only beating 8 states.
Okay.
And with his policy on education, he was able to move us from 26 to first. A position we maintained for 3 years.
Awesome. 3
years. We were first. 1, 2. So if it is in league match, they will say you have taken the ball away,
back to back.
Yes, back to back. For 3 years. It was when he left that we started sliding a little. But that level has a place where it has to stop because it can't continue because the foundation has been laid. Whatever we're doing now, we are leveraging on it. And so Obasanjo saw these qualities in him and then had to take him up. And I want to say that Obasanjo's endorsement, people say, we did this, he endorsed, they didn't tell us he endorsed Buhari in 2015. I was a participant.
Yeah.
He tore his card and said it was going to be Buhari, and Buhari won. Also, in 2019, he endorsed Atiku with Peter Obi. Seeing Peter Obi, that was one of the qualities why he took Atiku, because he know that with Peter Obi being by the side, he will resist a lot of things, or else he will resign.
And looking at what Obasanjo has done, you come to realize that since ever he has been doing this, it has always been successful for him.
Of course.
Okay?
That's why I said that in 2019, when he did it, Atiku won the election.
Wow.
I can take it to the bank. I was in the party. He won the election, but we saw magic numbers coming out from Borno, where Boko Haram had seized 6 villages.
So that should equally boost the confidence of Nigerians.
Of course.
This time around, it equally work out.
Yes, it will work out. It has always worked out. The man has never predicted and he failed. That's why I told you in one of the media that in 2019, Atiku won. But magic once came out. But I'm happy today that the people who masterminded it, INEC as a party, that as a group that executed that thing, have started, they themselves made the recommendations on the electoral law. They were the people who insisted beavers must be the answer. Because in those 2019, it was the incident form that gave us the answer. 90% of the results that came from the North came from incident forms.
Okay.
But today, beavers and direct communication of results will be the answer. So the same people that did it, that are trying to remedy it, they are asking for God to forgive their sins.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you very much. Chairman, I think we need to clear the air.
Yeah.
You know, there is this slogan of the Peter Obi members and candidates saying, we know they give shishi. Then how have we been able, or how have you guys been able to achieve a whole lot to this very level?
Yes, the slogan at the early stage is that we know they give shishi.
Do you do this without shishi?
No, 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 no. It does not mean that we don't bring out shishi. The fact is that...
Remember, we're just trying to clear the air.
Yeah, the fact is that we use shishi where it is supposed to be used.
To be used, good.
We don't spread shishi all around. We use that money, because shishi is money.
Money.
We use money where it is supposed to be used.
To be used.
That is that. So, and the general public, some other billionaires are supporting us. We have supporters. So we don't like.
And they are willingly doing it.
They are willingly doing it.
And we don't like not doing it.
We don't like
for self-interest.
Not that we don't have shishi, but we know they give shishi. You understand me? So we have shishi on our. So we are managing those ones being given to us by the public.
Okay, we are approaching the final question, okay, of this section. Like I said, that's why we're here. And there is a saying that the only way to move is to move. And we know that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with just one step. And coming down to you, Honorable Uche Okonkwo, we understand that the range this time around is very, very high. And the race might become tougher. Okay, on this, how do you think, Honorable Uche, how do you think you have been boosting the confidence of your own people when it comes to those in the Idemili North and South constituency?
You know, hello?
Yeah, we're with you, Honorable Uche.
You know, as we get closer to the election day, get to notice that people want to use deceit, wants to use bribery, want to use influence of money to be able to get electorate. But we, just like my chairman said, we know they give shishi, but we use funds where funds needs to be used. You understand? You know, so we also stand on truth. We also stand on the issues that have been prevailing in Nigeria for such a long time. And of course, in Idemili, we stand on the confidence that here within Idemili, which in Anambra Central, that we need to deliver our president, Peter Obi, 100%. Okay. So we know that with that task, you understand, is it a Herculean task? Yes, it may be. But everybody understands the need to be able to fulfill this task, no matter how. So if we're talking about the toughness of the terrain, you understand, I don't look at it as a tough terrain. I look at it as this is the work that needs to be done and it needs to be achieved, and we need to get a pass record of nothing less than 80%. Wow. So with that, you understand, we go in, we go full out, we make sure that, okay, we sensitize the people, we make sure that people are aware of what of what's going on in the country. We make sure that people don't sell their conscience because of peanuts.
That is the sensitization we're talking about.
Good. We make sure that materials that are being used for campaign is getting out there and is being spread out. We make sure that we sensitize, within the market. We make sure we have the medical outreaches. We make sure that we can be able to offer those that don't have, a little something that they can use to even celebrate this Christmas period. You understand? There are a lot of people out there that are doing good. You understand? We try to see how we can connect them more with our people, So we continue to do the necessary work in order for us to get that pass mark, like I said, that 80%. You understand? Okay. And so I don't like to look at it in terms of, if it's tough or if it's not tough. No. We have a work to do and we need to achieve it, and we need to have an aim, have a target, you understand, aim for it and achieve our target.
Okay, thank you very much.
So help us God.
Yeah, thank you very much for the input. Now I think we have gotten down to the final part, which is the rally coming up on the 10th of January. And I think first you, the Director General of the campaign group, are the expectation of Nigerians when it comes to this rally happening in Anambra State?
Well, you are like everyone should expect. This is the home state of Governor Peter Obi.
Yeah, sure.
And so people are expecting a mother of all rallies. That's what the expectation should be.
Okay.
But I also want people to understand that, in life, there's a saying that a prophet is never known in his place. Okay? But for this rally, we're going to show that a prophet is accepted in his place. Okay?
Okay.
He is one prophet that will negate all negatables. Okay? We are going to go ordinarily, people will say, because any chap you meet on the streets of Anambra State will tell you, I'm going to vote Peter Obi. You don't need to campaign. Why are you coming to campaign? What am I going to listen to him for? So people who is coming to talk to in Anambra are people who already know him, who live with him, and we're also doing it in his birthplace, Onitsha, which is a place where he was born and the place where he lives. So they all know him. And if you know a masquerade and you are familiar with a masquerade, ordinarily you won't be so enthusiastic to come and but we are going to do the opposite. We are coming there to thank Nigerians. Our main aspect of going to troop out in our numbers is to appreciate Nigerians, our brothers from the north, from the south, from the southwest, from the middle belt. We are coming to tell them thank you for finding our son worthy.
Yeah.
That's what we're coming to do. Yeah, and the numbers that will come out, we show them that we really appreciate what they are doing.
Okay.
It is not our doing, it is their doing. It is God's doing, and it is being replicated from outsiders. There's no person who meets people who will tell you that this man is not the best material. But you can only hear from here people who will say he's not the best, because I know where he was born, and that's what is going to be behind them. I know where he was born, I know his father, I know what has it got to do with his present position? Okay. They will not answer. So we are turning out. We are appealing to our people to massively turn out. We are only handicapped by the fact that we are going to cause some handship to people when we move into Onitsha, because Onitsha will not be motorable that day. it will be shut down, and a lot of people who has emergencies will feel one kind of, but we have no choice.
And maybe I'm also going to be on stage with you guys in that, how do you say it?
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
Of course.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
You know, something happened, you know, sometimes, you know, Bosi,
yes.
The loss of the President General.
Yeah.
You know, Bosi, well, we tell them to accept our condolence.
Yes.
It's not easy, you know, to lose one who is important in the society. And we call it how some people who also lost, you know, their life in Okul capital over here. And, you know, a couple of things that has been happening in Anambra State. But at the same time, we commend the effort of the people who have been sitting up despite the situation at hand. They remain resolute that, yes, they are in for Peter Obi and Datti Baba. Now, coming down to you, our chairman, when it comes to the issue of security on that very day, what assurance are you giving to Nigerians and the members of Labour Party?
Security on the day of the election, of the rally,
sort of it.
Oh, the security agencies are fully mobilized.
Okay.
All aspects of security agencies have been formed. They are mobilizing for a free rally that day. I know it's not going to be easy, but they are calling on some other states' security to come and
join forces,
because it's going to be a massive rally, which the security forces here only may not contain. So we are talking to them. We are still talking to them. They are mobilized and they are ready.
Okay.
They are ready.
Let's not forget about those on Zoom. In case you want to make an input or drop your opinion, you can as well signal us and say briefly or make a brief contribution, because right about now we are rounding up this segment so as to face other things, because I could tell you once the Labour Party is involved, we have a whole lot of activities loaded and pounded down here, and we need to tend to them. Remember, PO, you always do something. Be him at the airport, you always want to take picture with each and every one. Same thing when it comes to the DG and the chairman and what have you. They will always want to tend to each and everything to make sure we're leaving no stone unturned. Okay, so if you're on Zoom and you want to make any comments, you're free, signal. And if you're also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and what have you, just drop your comment on the section, okay? Then I'm going to turn to it. And do not forget that I still remain your man. NBC Trust is my name. So above all, we've gotten the assurance that on the 10th of January is going to be awesome and fantastic. So, my people, don't forget to be there. Remember, that is a special day for the mother. Let me just put it that way. Special day for the mother. Because that is where Peter Obi hails from. I'm going to be precise if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yes. So finally, what suggestion or what advice do you have, DG, to give to Nigerians, most especially those who hasn't yet picked interest in Labour Party?
Well, the only thing I can say is that Peter has said, don't vote for me because I'm an Igbo, or I'm from the southeast, or because of my religion or whatever. I just want to tell them that in him, they find a perfect person suitable for the Nigerian position today. Going to see a selfless service. A lot of people will fall on the wayside because a lot of people will not key into his dreams, his style of life, or whatever. You know, it will piss some people off. And they better begin now to make arrangements for that, because it's going to be a completely changing Nigerians. It's not going to be business as usual. Okay, when he came into government house, for example, he shut down all our guest houses. So all visitors who usually depend on government to come into the state and enjoy themselves, they discovered all of a sudden that all these guest houses have been shut down. Okay, the usual idea of every afternoon, let me go to the lodge and eat. One cow is slaughtered and whatever. You just come to the lodge and discover it's only Peter, because at that point in time the wife was not saying around here. Food has been made for one person, and it is for him. Okay, you either share it with him or you go away. So it's not going to be business as usual. But after a period, they will all readjust, and by the time they readjust, it will all go, because it tells you, if you are looking for this type of drink, I come to your house, we share it, but not with government money and things like that. So when people get adopted to such life, it will be life, normal life. See, we are now moving out freely.
Really?
With our heads up as commissioners under Peter, we come everywhere, we are hailed, you go to the market, they say, you are commissioner under Peter, you people did well. There's no endorsement at start. And that's what carries us on. And that's what makes all of us what we are.
Yeah, thank you very much. Above all, you can see that the Labour Party is trying to change the narrative of some leaders out there, bring in the new system that will work for you, I, and others. Well, above all, don't forget that God is still the one making good things happen, but he always works through human. And I think someone like Peter Obi is out there. And now you can see the honest people he's working with, talking about the DJ, the chairman here in Anambra State, and equally all the ones. So please, if you're not mentioned this morning, if you're not joining us this morning, then you know you're missing out. And above all, PU, I'm going to say, Your Excellency Peter Obi, when you're done, drop your comment, because this section is made for you. And thank you very much, because you streamed it in live, but we might not show your face because that very background is somehow noisy. Okay, but he's right here with us and going to drop his comments too. I must say a very big thank you to you, Chairman, for coming to the segment this morning on ObiDatti Family TV. And my DG, you're also welcome. And I must say a very big thank you this morning because your people has learned a lot from you. At the same time, Honorable Uche Okonkwo, a very big thank you to you for coming through this morning. It has not been easy for you because I can see you're in your car. Okay, you're not even at home. A very tight schedule, I must tell you. Yet you still try your possible best to queue in. Viewers, do not forget that this is still the ObiDatti Family TV functioning 24/7, and we are there to help you broadcast everything at all that is happening within the ObiDatti movement. So I want to say a very big thank you this morning for joining in. Don't forget that I still remain your man. Ndubisi Trust is my name. See you on the 10th of January 2023 at the rally. Bye for now.